Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
And everything else. It doesn't make you feel better that the players didn't get any punishment and that they got immunity. But I don't know. I told you earlier, there's a part of me that appreciates somebody who comes out and says, yeah, maybe I didn't do it the right way. This text to 505-246-0610 says they should have, and I don't know what this is supposed to mean. It says they should have reminded the trophy. I don't know what that means. And take their winner's share. I mean, like take back the trophy and take back their winner's share. People would have been happy with that instead of even suspending the players. So I think what he's saying is if you would have basically taken away the trophy, there's no champion this year, and they're suspended. I'm sorry, and they're fined but not suspended. Would people have been happy with that?
Yeah, would have been something because the only people that got punished were the manager and general manager.
Yeah, which was crazy. And the franchise got fined, I think, $5 million and lost some picks. Meanwhile, they're still right. They won the World Series last year.
And that was one of the most frustrating thing with the Astros. Like that was still a really good baseball team. Those are good players, which they showed you after the fact. And I guess vacating a title, you have to wear that. And it's the whole Reggie Bush Heisman Trophy. Like, we saw it happen. We know they gave it to you. But
yeah, it's different to me.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I mean, if they'd have vacated the title, I think a lot less people would have. I still recognize Reggie Bush as winning the Heisman, don't you? Because his parents received a home from a booster. Did he really not win the Heisman? In fact, they should give him his damn Heisman back now that the rules are what the rules are. Now, I know he broke the rules, or theoretically they broke the rules that were in place at the time. And so, but to me, that wasn't worthy of taking away his Heisman. Did you watch that man on the football field that year? He was unfreaking believable. Reggie Bush should be in those Heisman ads. By the way, which is a great campaign. The Heisman House, which is a great campaign. He should be in there. And now, look, Reggie Bush has had a nice career. He had a good football career, and Fox loves him, and he's good on Fox, and he does what he does, and he's respected, and he's been able to reestablish his name and himself and go on and have a career. But, I mean, do you think I'm wrong? To me, this is not even a Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame conversation. Reggie Bush should get his damn Heisman back.
Yeah, I think there's no problem with that.
His parents got a home from a booster. Yeah, it was wrong. But, I mean, did he do that? I don't know. All right, James is in on roster stabilization. You ready for this one, JJ? Back in the day, Jeffy, I worked for a company with a horrible turnover rate. It got so bad one day that the honchos from the regional office flew in for a closed door with my boss. He was told that if another person left, he'd be joining them out the door. About a month later, somebody quit. Soon afterwards, the honchos were back in town for another closed door, at the end of which it was announced my boss was departing. Is it going to take something that extreme to stabilize level basketball and men's and women's rosters? The next player that leaves takes Pitino and Bradbury with him. No. James. It's not. I want you to look at this roster turnover. I don't care if it's men's or women's. And I want you to compare it to what's going on around the country. And you will find that the turnover here is no more extreme. And I would guess, JJ, right on average, maybe below average to the turnover that's going on in every roster in America.
Well, that's the problem. James doesn't like that. He's not on board with this system.
So you're gonna fire the coaches for that because they're playing in a system that encourages that now?
No, and I think over the last 2 seasons, women's basketball has been pretty stable. Like, you're not losing starters, you're not losing key pieces. I think Mike Bradbury has done a really good job in recruiting the last 2 years of getting young players in and being able to keep them around. I know there was a lot of concern. I think the concern was Hannah Robbins when they decided to redshirt her last year after she was voted the Mountain West Freshman of the Year. Preseason Freshman of the Year before she played a game. Ended up redshirting, and guess what? She's still on this roster, as is Natalia Chavez and Jalen Bates. And look at the development of Vianney Cumber or Anaya Ogman and Paula Reyes. So that statement does not hold water in regards to the women's basketball team. And I have no problem with what Richard Pitino has done to rebuild a roster over the last 2 years.
By the way, I so much want to see Hannah Robbins play. Because who her dad is.
6 foot, athletic wing player.
Well, because I've followed her dad on social media for all these years and have known Rob. I wouldn't say we're buddies, but I've known Rob over the years. And so I was able to watch her come up through the high school ranks, right? The AAU ranks and the club ball. And then when she signed with UNM, I was so looking forward to her last year. And then she had the injury. Out of everybody you've got this year on that club, I can't wait to see Hannah Robbins play. If she, and from everything I understand, she's got a bunch of her dad in her. And her dad is an all-time Lobo great. Yeah. And again,
Hannah's a player that, you can see there's a little edge to her. Like, just a different level of confidence, even as a freshman. That. And, she was, even before she decided to redshirt, before her injury, like she suffered that injury later in the year in practice, ankle, had to get it fixed after the season. But competitor athleticism, which is big on the wing, especially, Maya Brown, that left a huge hole. She was so good last year, just being that defensive presence, some size on the perimeter. And that's going to be an area that Hannah Robbins could step into.
And for those of you who don't remember Rob, and just because I'm going to go back again, just because it was before your time and it was before I got here, but go back and learn a little bit. Rob was unbelievable. That was the Rob Robbins, Luke Longley days. Go back and look at those teams. He was a terrific player, and I can't wait to see her play. Yeah, James, I think this is something you got to get over, man. And if you can't get over it, and maybe you can't, and that's cool. But maybe college sports isn't your thing anymore. And I know that sucks, especially in a market like this, JJ. You got a guy who just, I can't get over it. And I think that's what that's saying to me is I can't get over this constant roster turnover. If you grew up, and I don't know how old James is. I'm not going to pretend to guess, although if you're used to stability and a guy being here for 4 years or 5 years and I know who's going to be here, I get it. That's a shock to the system. It's a shock to all of us, but it's the evolution that I loathe telling you have to accept it because I don't want to ever tell you how to be a fan. But if you're going to continue to be a fan or follow this stuff, yeah, you kind of got to accept it because, JJ, that's the way it is now. It's not going back. And that's the way it is across the landscape. This isn't on Richard Pitino or Mike Bradbury. And by the way, let me take the other side of this, James. I'm going to argue with you that you have benefited way more than you have been hurt by guys transferring in and out. We have this conversation all the time. Tell me the best players who have transferred out, like the guys who have transferred out of here and had the most impact somewhere else. And it's marginal impact. Like Elijah Brown for 1 year at Oregon, did he have huge impact? Did Anthony Mathis have a big impact at Oregon? They went there for 1 year. Like, yeah, it sucked to lose those guys. But I will go down the list of, and I'll start right there with Jalen House and Jamal Mashburn Jr. and Morris Udeze and Josiah Alec and now the guys that you have in there this year and say you have benefited way more from guys coming in than you have been hurt by guys leaving.
That is correct.
Now, do you know them? Do you get them for 4 years? If that's the issue, no. But it ain't going backwards, man. And so my only suggestion is deal with it, or you got to find another game because it's not changing. This is the landscape. This is not on Richard Pitino or Mike Bradbury. And to as your suggestion, they need to be fired. Next person who leaves, they need to go with him. No. And by the way, do we have an argument that the guys, and we'll have this conversation in January, we'll know for sure, but do we think that Javonte Johnson or who's the shooter that left to go to UNC Wilmington? Why am I already forgetting his name?
KJ Jenkins.
Or KJ Jenkins? Or who else left? You lost one of the bigs, Barima Seck. Are we having an argument that Nelly Jr. Joseph and Jamal Baker and the guys that have been brought in are not going to be better than that? I mean, we all think it's an upgrade. We'll see come November, December, January, right? No. I'm going to disagree with you, James. We're not firing the coaches because there's turnover in a system that is encouraging turnover. And by the way, it's happening no more here than it is anywhere else, and I would tell you less frequently. It's the opening drive. When we come back, everything you need to know as we go into the NBA draft tonight, the latest on any of the movement, get you everything that you've got to know as you go through your day on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future and get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about. We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others. And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dreams are stucco. Stucco is the way to go.
Afternoons from 4 till 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, so what's everybody going to be talking about as you go through your day today? They're going to be talking about the draft, and they're going to be saying Wembanyama, Wemby. Who is this guy who makes a baseball look like a marble in his hand when he throws out the first pitch? Victor Wembanyama will be the first pick of the draft tonight in the NBA. Go to the San Antonio Spurs, and after that, we'll watch it all play out. There was a trade overnight. The Boston Celtics acquired Kristaps how do you say it? How does Stephen A. say it? Kristaps Porzingis. It's kind of the greatest ever, actually. Kristaps Porzingis is a Celtic. The Unicorn goes there to join Jason Tatum and presumably Jaylen Brown if they re-sign him in a move that probably makes them, I don't know, are they the overall favorites now? Would you favor them above the Nuggets, or is it still, do you like the Nuggets? Do you like Phoenix? Who's the best team? Because that's
the overall favorite.
Yeah, as constructed currently, and things will change.
I would put the Boston Celtics as paper champs right now.
It's interesting, right? I mean, they're big three. Now, if you want to tell me...
They got a big three with better depth than Phoenix right now.
But didn't you tell me the other day depth doesn't matter? And okay. I disagreed with you?
I should say starting guards. Let me
because I still think...
I'm not going back on my statement.
No, I still think depth matters.
The postseason, depth does not matter. You're playing six dudes. No, it doesn't.
No, you're playing eight. And
you're
I think,
not. Look at the minutes of the Nuggets.
And you got to get there. Yeah. I think you need depth. But okay.
You can get there with a bunch of second rounders and undrafted free agents.
So you're saying Porzingis, Tatum, and Brown are better than Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal because you like the guys around the Celtics better than you would around the Suns.
I'm still getting Malcolm Brogdon and Derek White.
You still got Malcolm Brogdon. No, you saved him. You didn't have to trade him. Yeah.
Even losing Marcus Smart, it's more on Tatum and Brown. You got to be a little bit of that heart and soul now of that team.
Which doesn't feel like it's their personality, especially Tatum. It doesn't feel like his personality. You like that better than Jokic, Murray, and Porter, and whatever. You're going to have one of the Browns left, probably not Bruce, but Christian Brown's going to be there. You like them better than what the Nuggets have right now?
The Nuggets are going to be competitive. Teams aren't winning back-to-back right now in this era.
They haven't been, but what was the last back-to-back?
Everyone else
is just
ago? Too good.
Yeah, but
like
they're
we don't
good too.
We're not seeing a Warriors-like run from Denver.
Okay. Lakers, you like it better than Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and I think Chris Paul's going to end up there, don't you?
Do I like what better?
Either one of those. The Celtics, the Nuggets, the Suns.
Yes.
I like them all better, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. All right, what else do you need to know? Nuggets got a trade. They got a first-round pick and an early second. They got number 29 in the first round. So a late first, early second, 29 and 32. They traded with Indiana. They gave up their next year's first-round pick and their second-round pick this year. So the Nuggets will have a first-round pick. Kyle Kuzma declined his option. He's a free agent. Chris Middleton declined $40 million. I want you to think of being in a position to say, no, I'm good, man. I don't need your $40 million. I'll walk away. No, thank you. I'll go on the open market. It's a good life, isn't it? Those are first world issues right there. So that's what people are going to be talking about. They'll be talking about Tyreek Hill, going to face charges for slapping some dude in the back of the head and saying, I could buy that boat and you, as him and his buddies tried to get on a boat that wasn't theirs in Miami. There's going to be charges against the fastest guy in football. UConn, I gave you this earlier, and this is, I said you win, you get paid. Connecticut, University of, won the national championship in basketball. You see Danny Hurley's new contract? He got extended for 6 years and $33 million. It's good living, man.
Basketball still matters.
To the winners go the spoils. Remember, UConn left a conference. They were the American. In fact, they went to the Fiesta Bowl. They were the group of 5 representative in the Fiesta Bowl a few years back. Oh, they lost all that money. No, they didn't lose a nickel, by the way. But people were yelling and screaming. They decided basketball is what's important. They went independent in football. Although they did go to a bowl game this year. I think they went to Myrtle Beach. But it was about basketball and going to the Big East. They got good at basketball again. They won another national championship. They rewarded their head coach 6 years, $33 million for Danny Hurley. So that's some of the stuff people will be talking about. They'll be talking about Rob Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, and basically coming out and admitting that he kind of screwed up. He said, I would do things differently. I wouldn't grant immunity to the Astros, to the players, if we did this again. In regards to the Astros cheating scandal. So that's what people are going to be talking about. You sent me a text at 505-246-0610. It says, didn't the Seattle Supersonics request for a new publicly financed arena get criticized and eventually denied due to its then horrible performance? Yeah, kind of. There was no appetite in Seattle at the time for public money going to build them a new arena. Seattle Center and the Seattle Coliseum, or the arena there, Key Arena, I believe it was called at the time, was believed to be adequate, and the public decided, nope, we're not funding this, and they moved to Oklahoma City. Seattle is the next place for expansion in the NBA. I firmly believe that. Like when the NBA expands, if and when, and I don't know when that is, or if a team moves, it's Seattle, don't you think? You got a better market?
Definitely high on the list.
Well, you got another market that, I mean, I know Kansas City wants a team and they got an arena. St. Louis wants one, but Seattle was a great, not good, a great basketball market. Good stuff today, huh? Kind of weird. Am I going to see you tomorrow? Am I coming in tomorrow?
Tune in to find out.
Who knows? Adrian, good work. I know you had problems back there. You fixed them. It looked great. DC, are you there? Thanks for putting it all together today. Great job. Nick Neal will be with us tomorrow. We'll talk about golf, see what he thinks of Wyndham Clark and his Albuquerque Ties winning the U.S. Open. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowards after that. 2 Men On comes your way at 4. Isotopes and Reno this evening. Josh Sushan will have that call from Nevada. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are